wherever and whenever you are, and welcome back to QuestJunkiesUK. Welcome back to another randomly generated one-shot roulette. This time going, if I can channel my lips, inside the actor's studio, as we are joined by two old friends, one ancient friend. Sorry, Ashley. And, don't worry, Mara, it's not you. And some other new friends as well. Welcome everyone to the channel and to the madness that is this fantastic one-shot roulette game that we do like to challenge ourselves with from time to time. Now, I'm going to leave introductions for a moment. I'm going to have you all introduce yourselves first in the real world, and then we're going to see where we're visiting in today's adventure, and then we will allow you to introduce your characters whilst I try and make sense of the randomly generated one-shot. Okay, so, difference. Let us go around the overlay clockwise from myself here. Malaki, who are you in the material plane?
Hello. I am not more likely in the material plane. I am Marin, and I used to be with this channel on the Barovia and Beyond, and before that, the Strahd campaign, so I'm super excited to be back. Hello.
It's good to have you. Yes.
Great to be here.
Chatting through the week, people are excited that you were coming back to the channel. It's good to see you live again. Thank you for getting up early in the morning, over there in that time zone of the world. Moving around, Brontis, your good self.
Hello everyone, my name is Ashley, and originally from Dublin, but this is my first time, my debut, if you will, on QuestJunkiesUK's channel here. But although I was at the very first QuestJunkies festival ever, 23 years ago on a beach in Iwaki, I believe. So,
yes, indeed.
I'm an instructor and an actor, so I'm very excited to be here today.
Do you have any idea what happened to the beach one after that? The final beach one we did after my first child was born and I retired. The last one we did, there were 4,000 people on Yotskura Beach.
It was a great time.
Insane.
That's why I don't remember it.
Good times. Yes. Ashley is part of the IRL Wakiverse, as he was here in Iwaki before. My 1 week senpai. Okay, that was a good time, Gamal. Okay, and going on around the Darrow. Hi.
They're both correct. Hi, from the Great Southern Land, my name's Edward, and I'm currently down in Australia, so down south. I'm an actor, teaching artist as well, and I've been dragged in by Ash. We're old mates and old friends. We've worked together, and he said, "Hey, I've got this amazing thing. Would you be into it?" And I said, "Sure, love to. I'm on holiday, so why not?" So thanks for having me. Looking forward to this madness.
Excellent. Thank you. And last but not least, by any measure you can to employ Erlina.
Hello, everyone. My name is Brent Rossi. I am an actor, improviser, director, and most recently pro wrestler here in Canada. Friends with Ashley. We just passed 10 years since the play that we met each other on. And yeah, we've been friends and role players ever since. And when I was invited onto this, I could not say no. So thank you for having me.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you for joining us. And over there in chats, we have links to all of the cool stuff that these wonderful actors do. Do go and check out their awesome catalogues of work there. And if you're lucky enough to be able to, please do go and find them. I think, yeah, I always remember just completely nerding out in Watchmen. Ash was like, look! That's great.
Blink and you miss me, but yeah, I was there.
It's great. It's so good. But yes, awesome catalogues of work there. Go and check out all the cool stuff that these fine actors do. Now, what are we doing today? That is the question. Well, firstly, we are thanking you lovely people for joining us over there in chat, because we are brought to you by the wonderful people scrolling by below me. Not that one there. That's the Wheel of Shenanigans. And by the way, Rishi, who would you like to grab the spin of the wheel for you there? Marin already has one. So which of our visiting actors, our touring troubadours, if you will, would you like to have a spin of the wheel for them? And let us also say thank you to wonderful people, not only with the chance to cause shenanigans with the wheel, but also with some fabulous giveaways. We are coming to you. The end. This is it. The last weekend of the fantastic CZRPG Kickstarter for the latest in their Amazing Encounters series. Just a fantastic resource for any GM. Maps, original monsters and magical items. You can put them into your campaigns geographically, or tie into little mini campaigns by region, or one longer campaign. Just an amazing tool just to have at your disposal. So please jump in. Thanks, Phantom, for the drop there. Kickstarter there in the chat there. Final weekend, fully funded, of course. Ready to head out to all of you wonderful people. So let's get them as far as we can. Go with the character name there, Matt Rishi. It's okay. Bodor. Okay, Bodor, you're getting the spin of the wheel, which we'll do in just a second here.
Oh.
So yes, to celebrate this Kickstarter, they are giving away their two previous Kickstarters, which is, I believe, hundreds and well, it's definitely hundreds and hundreds of pages of fantastic design and beautiful maps. 90 maps, if memory serves. Hang on, give away now. There we go. Yes, 460 pages of adventures with 90 maps and all the original cool stuff in there. Plus, we have gift coupons for Troll Lord Games. Recently, they just had a fantastic Kickstarter re-releasing some of Gary Gygax's old material. So do jump in to that giveaway. ! Enter in the chat for your chance to win, and we'll draw at the end. If you need to lurk, that's okay, but just be logged into the chat for your chance to win there. Now, without further ado, let us see. Just where are we going, and what on earth are we doing? This is One Shot Roulette. I cannot tell you. We have to roll for it. Marin, if you will allow me, I will give the rolls to our guests here.
Please.
As your first timers on the channel, you have
Absolutely.
gone through the One Shot Roulette gauntlets before. So, Ashley, if you would be so kind, could you roll me? Oop. Oh no, hang on, we haven't got to Ravenloft yet. There we go. Location.
What? We're going where?
Shush. Okay, so here are our locations. We have Bytopia, the Underdark, Mintarn, Adar, Garden, City of Cats, the Rock of Brawl, Avernus, Skullport, Waterdeep, Snout of Umgar, Karamshan, Chult, Humblewood, the Astral Sea, the High Forest, Chacenta, the Beastlands, Sigil, and Ravenloft. Ashley, a D20 if you would be so kind.
Indeed, sir.
Where's it gonna be?
Where is that D20 icon gone from here? There it is.
It's around there somewhere.
Here we go. Oh. It is a 17.
17. Okay. Ooh. Twice in as many collections of 6 hours. we were actually, I suppose we weren't there quite. We were off the coast of last night, the fabulous realm of Chacenta, where we are playing our sneak peek preview playthrough of the upcoming CZRPG campaign, Chacenta's Tyranny. So, everyone, just for thematic, hey, thanks for this gifted sub there, Phantom. Enjoy, Drow. Okay, Chacenta. Okay, so everyone, for context, Chacenta, basically think ancient Greece, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. That is the vibe that CZRPG was going for, and that the Forgotten Realms is going for as well. Okay, so kind of ancient Greece, like marble columns, statues, different gods. Oh, thank you so much, Phantom. I think that makes a spin of the wheel for everyone now. Okay, so let's get that done so we can see what needs to be done with our little character sheets before we get going. Spin of the wheel. Okay. Oh, and one for me too? Thank you, Phantom. First one. I'll take that one. A disadvantage to me. No. Okay. Malaki, you good self? Coming in with a... Ooh, nice. Your weapon or spellcasting focus, whichever you choose to decide upon, is now a +1.
Ooh,
So
that's fun.
if it's your weapon, it's +1 to attack and damage. If it's your spell casting focus, that's +1 to the spell casting abilities there.
That's a monk. Does mean my fists become magically empowered?
Absolutely.
Yay!
+1 fists. Okay. Ooh, Brontis. They talk about the the minds of elephants, but I think the hippos get shortchanged a little bit here. Whoops, all wisdom. Whoops, all wisdom. So on your character sheet, click on the score for wisdom, the full number, not the plus, and override. There's an override option there. Please set it to 20.
Yes.
Oh!
I will do that.
A wise warlock ranger. Actually, isn't ranger's wisdom casting? Nice. Hey,
Okay,
Bador coming in with a wild
fantastic.
magic surge, leaning
That'll
heavily
be
into the
fun.
Darrow.
Makes sense.
Now, that will trigger when initiative triggers, Bador. Actually, no, we'll make it for the whole session. I need you to make a choice for me, Bador. Actually, no, I need you to make a roll for me. Let's do this in the true spirit of things. Just flip a coin or roll a die6 or whatever and choose odds or evens. Tell me which one you're going for as I spin the wheel for Alina.
I'm going odd.
Okay, so let's
Odd
go.
D6. Here we go.
Ooh, okay, our Vulpin, a foxy little a dexterous Vulpin. Brent, if you could go into your character sheet there and set your dex to 20.
All right.
Enjoy the extra AC.
Nice.
Okay, so odds, Bador, that gives you. We have a wild magic surge table for every class in D&D. So I'm going to say that's on the rogue table. Please make me a D100 roll if you'd be so kind.
D100 coming right up.
On the rogue table.
Here we go.
This is going to be
On the
effective.
table,
What's it going to be?
66.
60. Oh, so close.
So close.
66. Okay. Okay, this is, as I said, we're leading into kind of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. This is going into the kind of video game aesthetic a little bit more here. For the duration of this adventure of ours, you can see other creatures' line of sight as an ethereal outline from their eyes. So you can see you've got those cones of awareness that you get in games sometimes.
That's so weird.
So I'll give everyone an advantage on group stealth checks and things like that.
Yay.
Right.
If that comes into
Right.
play.
Stealth?
What?
You mean you can't all see that? What?
Okay.
I'm
so, there
so
you go.
stealthy, you guys. It's fine.
Excellent. I don't believe you.
I'm not.
It's my best skill. It doesn't say much, but it's my best skill.
Oops. Right. Okay, dear friends. Let us find out what we are doing. Players, if you have eyes on stream, could you minimize that for a moment?
I haven't paused.
Thank you.
Minimized.
Thank you. You can also just pop out chat if you want to do that. There's that cogwheel down by the chat there that lets you do that. I am coming over to our friends at Chaos Gen. Boop. Here we are. Okay, everyone do check out this site if you want some cool random tables, not just one-shot generators like today, but all sorts of different random tables you can enjoy rolling in there. Okay, so full disclaimer here. See, I'm not doing any shenanigans or any messing around here. Changing it to 10. Okay, and generating a new set. You'll see it change there. Boop. Okay, there we go. That is a new set of 10. I have not seen them. I can only see what you see, chat. Brent, please roll me a d10.
D10.
What are we about today?
No pressure. No pressure.
That is a 7.
A 7. Okay, thank you. So, chat, count them with me. Let's go down the page here. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, 7. Look, don't worry, we always ignore the first sentence. The characters are evil soldiers. I mean, far be it for me to take away your agency. Okay, so, dear friends, this is what we're dealing with today. I am going to be enjoying... let everyone in chat have a moment to feast their eyes there. Okay.
I love this. Like when the GM
reactions
laughs,
are very
it's too late.
concerning.
It's too late to get out.
Yes.
Okay, so enjoy that, friends. It's very actually the last sentence is very Jacinta oriented. That's very nice. You like it when the dice you know what's going on. Okay, folks, there you go. That's your look at it. Let me drop back to these fine people. Perfect scenario. Phantom, you think everything's a perfect overboard scenario? I still need to grab that. Okay.
It's like there's no Edinburgh squash. I'm guessing that's probably not what it is.
So, I will take some notes here whilst you four explain just what is going on with these wonderful characters of yours. You are an adventuring party that have travelled together several times, and you are making your way through the Chisentan countryside here. You are slightly concerned. Things have taken a nasty turn here in Chisenta, and this music is too jolly. Just a moment. Please hold. Okay. Things have taken a nasty turn here in Chisenta since Shala and her tyrannical regime took control. But there have been mutterings and murmurings of a rebellion, a resistance growing born in the south and spreading slowly throughout the country. That is not for you to worry about today. That is what Friday's group are about, fomenting this rebellion and trying to overthrow this regime. But it has not happened yet, and the roads are a dangerous place to be, especially for arcane casters. Okay, those who are happy to register with the state are allowed to continue their practices under certain restrictions and guidelines, but clerics are generally okay. Helena, good good for you. But the druid side of things is frowned upon, and there has been a terrible crackdown. The tafinas have been erected, these correctional institutions where arcane rebels are sent to become better citizens once again. There are mercenary bands brought in from outside to control the streets and keep the power of the government felt throughout the land. And you find yourselves in the southern parts where this rebellion was rumored to have begun, near the Moor of the God Swallower, a huge region of the country annihilated and swallowed up by a primordial spirit bound inside a sphere of annihilation, resting at the center of this void, this hole in the world. It has become something that the locals deal with. They just go around and they just avoid those regions. There are the wardens based around its exterior, looking to make sure that nothing untoward happens, it doesn't spread, nothing nasty comes crawling and ravaging out of the moor. But there are soaring mountains, rushing streams, and, of course, the coastline up on the Bay of Jacinta and the Sea of Fallen Stars, and down to the south, the Methmere, the large lake with its shores and fishing fleets going out into the sparkling waters to bring in the day's catch. Let me give you a chance to introduce who you are and who your character is, and have a little talk to each other in character, as you have been charged by your patron, a member of the underground arcane force, the group of arcanists who are in hiding from Sharla and her regime and attempting to help the rebellion in any way they can. You have been told that new technologies have been discovered. These registered arcanists are using their powers for ill, and to add additions to the mercenary forces that are being used to keep the populace at bay, they have started to create golems. These automated construct-like beings used to spread across the countryside and enforce the will of the government here. There is some strange... This inadvertently ties into the fact that D&D recently did their Minecraft tie-in. There is some strange facility, this military golem factory, surrounded by farmland where they only grow huge pumpkins. And you can see, we get a glimpse inside as these factories, the machinery whirring, these cranes shifting these blocks into place. 3 in a row, 2 on the sides, a pumpkin on top, arcane magic, and a golem is born. But not only is it arcane magic, but there is a hint of the divine being used. And as you've been told, that the temple that is part of the factory, if you're able to subdue that and remove this celestial addition to the process of creating these golems, the factory will be made just completely inoperable and taken out of action there. So, you have been asked, and Badur, your certain ecclesiastical ideas about how to overthrow certain other celestial bodies and deal with them, kind of anti-paladin vibes, immediately caught the attention of the Arcane Force and their desire to sort this out. And you gathered your reliable friends here to set off upon this mission. So, you are moving through the countryside towards this facility. Please talk amongst yourselves, get into character a little bit, and introduce who you are. First, Malaki. Stomping through the countryside.
I'm Malarkey. I'm a half-orc artificer monk, and I have a little cannon buddy who looks like that garbage bin with legs from Star Wars, but only a tenth the size.
Nice.
I like punching things.
Thank you.
And I'm very curious to know about this technology that's going on in this factory.
Yes, as the artificer, you are the technical expert on this mission, definitely.
I'm an expert. I'm a very intelligent expert.
Promise.
I promise.
Brontis, how about you?
I am the ranger of this group, and I'll be leading you through the forest to find this factory. As for you, half-orc, can you walk a little more quietly, please? Stomp into the country. Where is that blasted Mimi got to? I'm a gif, and I have a little hamster with me that's constantly going missing, and I can't find it. And her name is Mimi.
I don't think I stopped on Mimi.
You better not have. Me and that hamster go back, way back. I'm a large hippo-type creature, a gif. I'm cloaked, I have leather armor, 2 short swords on my belt, a longbow, and a glowing blue whip coiled up on my belt as well. I have some magical ability. I'm a warlock, and I am a surprisingly nimble creature for an 8-foot, 310-pound being.
Thank you. Badura, yourself.
And you're a most excellent dancer, Brontes. I indeed. Why don't we break here for a moment, get some water, rest, and have a bit of a plan? After all, walking in here by ourselves with no plan could be a bad idea, or a good one, depending on your perspective. I am a Darrow, a small race of the Underdark, often seen or not seen on the surface. But this particular Darrow is an outcast, claiming to be an anti-paladin of a notoriously violent and evil race. The sunlight blinds him, making it hard for him to see, squinting by day, frequently shading his eyes, a hood pulled as far forward, keeping to the shadows. Frequently prone to fanciful delusions, to talking to trees and small strands of mushrooms, as to be deeply incisive and intelligent when it comes to others' desires and wills, although completely missing the obvious right in front of his face, prone to periods of lucidity and madness. The Darrow race who worship the things that live in the dark, the things that come from the maw of the god swallowers, things better not understood by any sane mind. And this Darrow has decided that every laugh, every hug, every moment of beauty and life is a spit in the eye of those evil gods. And so instead, he will protect the light. So in his mind, he is an outcast and an aberrant fallen paladin of his race, but to others, he may be considered a paladin. And before that, he was a notorious con artist and thief. Alina, have you got any water? I think I might have something in my eyes.
Why, yes, let me... Oh, I believe I've discovered Mimi's location here, Brontes.
Give her here.
Yes, she seems to have spent a little time here. The water has spilled slightly, but my familiar Glimmer and Mimi have been enjoying some quality time. But yes, I agree. A plan is the most important thing. Here, take your water. But it is also important here, friends, that we remember our society is moving in dangerous ways, and we must find the occasion to bring ourselves back to nature and find the balance that is so very important. A twilight is falling indeed. and I am a Vulpin cleric / druid, so a fox creature of quite extraordinary physical qualities. But more than any of these, a arrogance that borders on completely impossible to deal with.
For some reason, they keep asking you back.
I've returned your Mimi, and if you'd like, I can send Glimmer on to do a quick scouting of the area. Although, of course, letting a familiar being seen in this day and age does open one up to vast dangers should it be discovered.
What form is Glimmer taking today?
A robin.
No, very pleasant bird. Yeah, let the robin go ahead.
Very well. Fly safe, my friend, and let us see if there is any weaknesses in the armor that our foes have presented to their stronghold.
The small bird puffs up its red chest and salutes with a wing and off into the sky as you follow it up the hillside ahead of you and look down upon the target ahead. A swath of farmland with tendrils and large leaves spreading out across the ground, and here and there giant pumpkins resting about halfway done, you'd say, on the way to being ripened up and ready for use here.
All of you, quick. Take a knee into the grass. Don't be highlighted against the ridges here. Let's take cover.
Wise.
Can I just be a ridge?
Be the ridge. Yes, you do that. You do that. Alina, Brontes, you know more about being in this place. I can't see what is down there. What do you see? All I see is these large shapes, like bloody big humps in the field.
Looks like a field of pumpkin plants. Lots of them. Or something.
A pumpkin? What are these creatures, these pumpkin?
No, they are large.
Yes,
Vegetable?
do not let them take us alive. A vegetable.
What are pumpkins in this game? In this game, they're just pumpkins, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And we've already got to what is a pumpkin. Yes, this
Yes.
game is truly...
When you break it into two weird
These are really
syllables like that, it's
important
confusing for me.
Oh, pumpkin. Like a deepkin. I've heard of deepkin. Have you met them? Or if they take you alive, the terrible things they will do to you with their tentacles.
Please.
These pumpkins sound just as nefarious.
The pumpkins are not our concern. I must concentrate and attune my mind to the visions of my familiar. Oh yes, I can see what Glimmer can see now, high above us.
Any
And-
sign of this temple?
You see through the eyes of the small bird flitting through the sky here. Down below, you see the large facility, the brutalist architecture of the factory building, just this block of a, structure on the landscape here. And you see with your own eyes evidence of the work of the factory as a couple of large golems are patrolling around the exterior. As the bird flies over the facility, you see one blemish on the kind of smooth, functional form of the building. In the center, there is a domed rooftop jutting through the flat ceiling of the rest of the structure, and it looks like the factory has been built around the temple that is your target, and you can still see the top of it emerging from the top of the building.
Oh,
Well,
it's
we need to
awful.
find a gap in that wall, get into that factory, into the middle, but we have to make it quiet, subtle. Can you do that, Half-Orc, do you think?
I'm always subtle. What are you saying?
Hmm.
You can just blow it up in quietly.
No blowing things up quietly. That's not a possibility.
But now you you see these golems as they parade and patrol around the outside with red triangles extending from the front of them. You can see their field of vision.
Aye, do you see that, Elena? That strange red light from their visors. Maybe that be the limit of their vision. If we can avoid them seeing us, we could sneak in and then go loud and blow things up. But not until the word is given. Then you can blow Malta Kingdom Come, but this light is difficult for my eyes. We could sneak through the field of pumpkins. These pumpkin, will they likely to be detecting us as we approach? Or do you think we can sneak past them quietly?
Is that the canonical name for this type of golem, a pumpkin?
Can it be, please?
Like a pump jack. Or is that something else? I don't know.
Well, one of them is a golem. When you have two of them, they are kin. They are pumpkin.
So it's singular plural, right? Pumpkin and pumpkin. Fine. Pumpkin. Right. I'm going further and further into potato territory here, though. Okay. I would prefer to wait to dusk. These pumpkin, maybe they can see in the dark. I can spot some of what they're seeing. Can you not see it? I see things sometimes. Like last night, I thought I saw your mother, Dogcloak. She's well, by the way, and sends her love. What?
Nothing.
So, we sneak across the field at dusk or dark, perhaps to minimize the impact on the workers. But we must also be aware that perhaps in that place they have taken those against their will to serve in whatever dark deeds they do within those walls.
Is
Our
everyone
objectives
here?
are twofold.
Is everyone here capable of seeing in the dark? If not, I can lend my abilities to the group.
My issue be I can't see in the light.
I cannot help
I
you
have a
with
real
that.
problem in the daytime. Aye. That's why I wear these a lot. So, I would prefer if we wait till dark or wait till dusk. Perhaps in the twilight, as is your hour, Alina. Perhaps then is when we strike, then at least expect it on a shift change. Sneak in, see if we can free those taken against their will, and especially free whatever divine force has been used as some kind of power source or
That's reminds
corrupting
me.
tool.
Although I want to do this as subtly and as quietly as possible, malarkey. I have something of a grim fascination with smoke powder and explosives, and I was wondering if you had any with you.
Excellent question. To inventory.
Perhaps we could, after we've gotten in there, make a very spectacular explosion.
How spectacular are we talking here? It should be
That
a
entire
distraction, one of your subtle distractions. Your, what do you call them, your war ruses? Your strategic battle plans of the great fleets of the Gith? Gif? Or is it Jif?
It's GIF.
Gith.
It's GIF.
You're a Gith.
It's
right.
GIF. It's GIF.
Gith.
It's GIF.
Githyanki. I speak Githyanki. I switch into
Malarkey,
Gith.
are you lost, good friend? Is there any way that I can help you here? He just wants to know if we have the ability to blow things up.
Oh, I
don't have anything large at the
Oh,
moment,
smoke
but
powder.
I can catapult
Ooh.
several things. So, opportunity.
If this is
outside
turning
of
into toss the little
carefully-
person up onto the roof, we need to have consent before we engage in that.
I don't need a
No
catapult.
tossing the dwarf. Yeah, okay.
Elena, as your bird swoops down closer to the facility, closer to this temple, could you please make me a religion check to see what you can discern through the vision that your bird is seeing here?
Sorry, one more time.
A religion check, please.
Yes, thank you.
What do your cleric eyes see?
My cleric eyes see a roll of 12.
12. Okay, good. That is what we say meets it, beats it around these parts. With a DC 12 there, you recognize through the vision that you're having, through your familiar here, the iconography and the carvings on the section of the roof jutting from the facility. This was a temple, and it explains the location here in this tucked away, hidden valley away from the general kind of main routes and things through the country. This was a temple, or is a temple, of the evil necromancer god Velsharoon. So you think there might be some undead power being channeled into these golems.
It is worse than I feared, my friends. This is a temple to Velsharoon. These fell powers must be combated at all costs. Quick. Twilight cannot come soon enough. Let us find a place to stay hidden until it is time for us to make our approach.
Let's hide. Mimi! Mimi!
Squeak.
Right. I assume so. We're bedding down till twilight falls, watching in watches from a hide up in the hills, looking down upon the gourd fields, as the what we called the pumpkin patrol the factory. Seeing if they have a regular patrol schedule. Do they seem like automatons that have no rest and that continue through the heat of the day to the evening, or is there a guard post they come and emerge from and go to?
As constructs, it seems like they're just always on.
Is there a pattern
Always
to the
on.
moving?
If you're waiting and spending time, give me, what would this be? Let's go with an insights check with advantage because you're taking the time to to hide and observe.
Great. I'd
Anyone
love
can
one
do
of them.
that.
Anyone? Good.
All right.
So if you right click on your character sheet, that will give you option to do
With advantage?
Advantage.
I got a
with
natural
advantage.
20.
Hey,
I got-
if you got to vote that those
22.
phoenixes fly.
It's a 28 on a
Nice.
natural 20.
Good lord.
I got a 25.
I
Very
see
insightful.
all.
All right. So, Badur's ability to
Although-
see their field of view was already going to give you advantage with these amazing results. Hey, Daisy. With these amazing results, you disappear behind the nat 20 emotes. You see the patterns here. You can perfectly discern, and with the time taken and those amazing rolls, you are able to figure out the one window of opportunity where none of the golems are in the perfect spot to see. Like when they were set off, like I think one of them has a slight defect in one of its legs and moves slightly slower. So they were set off to be timed perfectly, but this one has been moving slightly slower than the others and has slowly shifted off its ideal timing. And there is now a very brief window of opportunity where the one of the doorways or windows, your choice, you can time it where you want, becomes out of sight of all of them. And with Budur's visibility there, I was going to give you advantage on the stealth roll down, but with that natural 20 there, you are going to be able to automatically get into the facility without being spotted. You have
Excellent.
done the groundwork needed.
That's it. There's our window. Go, go, go.
Quickly now.
Can you fit through the door or the window?
The door.
The door. And I'm going to keep an eye. Mimi, quickly. Hush now. Move fast. Go, go, go. Watch out for the pumpkin. I have a suspicion that those gourds are watching me.
You stood
Things in
around,
those.
you stood around the miniature giant space hamsters just eating one of the pumpkins.
Get off
Very
that-
messy. Seeds everywhere.
Oh no, Mimi's out of her gourd.
Oh.
Oh. And disadvantage to all
alert the
players.
golem.
Right.
Disadvantage.
Gruntis.
No.
Isn't Mimi allergic to gourds and squashes? That digestive thing.
Oh, very well might be. I've never had these before. You think that's a possibility? Mimi, get over here now. Get away from that.
Glimmer,
nibble
you're
that.
not
Want to
allowed
giving-
to hang out with that hamster anymore.
You
Might give her gas and give away our position. So
Let's
be prepared to stuff the hamster and keep
get
it
through this
quiet.
postern gate between the two bed.
Get
Before
the
that
postern
golem
gate,
comes
go.
back.
Quickly, hurry!
Malaki becomes that meme of the person with the equations in the air around them, and you just think, gas, explosions. Yeah, let's let Mimi cook. Unleash that at the opportune moment. And you do turn around, and Brontis, with your familiar connection with your familiar, you see Mimi turning around and looking slightly uncomfortable. Oh, squeak. Oh, and start coming back. And they do
Squeak, squeak. Oh.
seem to be slightly inflated from the normal. Inflated opinion of themselves at the moment.
Quickly, inside here, rushing up to the doorway, remembering my misspent youth as a young Darrow child in the Underdark who would frequently break in and steal from other Darrow and other creatures of the great Underdark cities. I'm going to run to the door and see if it is secured or alarmed in some way so that we can slip in quietly without having to go straight through the door, as will inevitably the backup plan of Brontes.
Okay. You find that it is not alarmed, but it is locked. So if you want to get space for Brontes to get through here, you're going to have to pick the lock on this one.
All right, let's see. A moment, the lock. It's locked. Unfolding a small kit from inside, and reaching under my chainmail coif, pulling out an old leather kit, rolling up in the grass. You see all sorts of implements and tools that look a bit like a dentist's pick kit. It's certainly a very sinister looking lock pit and maybe used for unlocking lots of things. Selecting a tool, I reach out and I believe it is a sleight of hand to pick locks.
Sleight of hand with proficiency, if you don't have it.
I don't have proficiency.
Okay, so you can add that as well.
All right. And I'm at a 19.
Nice. Okay, as Bador goes up to the lock and focuses and concentrates on getting that open for you, Brontis, you reach out suddenly. Mimi, no! And your inflated miniature giant space hamster has started to float up in the air, their little legs still trying to get to the ground, and they disappear through the window ahead of you. Because, the door was locked securely, but the window's just open. Of course.
Brontes, are you going to deal with that?
As you say that, but there is a satisfying click, and you know that the door is open, and you see the telltale forefront of a red vision cone coming around the corner of the building.
Quickly, inside, there's one of them coming.
Run inside, quick.
And everyone, ducks into the
Rush
interior.
in, gently pulling it shut and relocking the door from the inside.
The boy of mine is making noise in the background here, sorry.
So it doesn't come through, it's okay.
Where?
I don't hear anything.
Okay.
Mimi. Psst, 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 psst. Mimi.
You look in there and you see Mimi has managed to catch hold of the railing on a stairway that goes up to a mezzanine up above, and there's holding on, and their little back legs are floating up. Needs some sort of balloon string.
Do we have rope? We have rope.
Run over to Mimi. I'm going to grab Mimi and stuff Mimi in a pocket and button the top of the pocket. Just the head is sticking out. Oh, it's not that small, is it? But anyway. But I'm
It's
huge.
a giant. Is this a giant space hamster?
Miniature giant.
Miniature giant space
A miniature giant space hamster.
Yes.
Gotta be correct with that. What is before us in this chamber apart from the staircase heading up?
You, having waited until nightfall, you saw the workers leave, and you arrive in this almost sepulchral, atmosphere here within the dormant factory. You see construction lines, machinery glowing with arcane sigils. Arlena, again, you recognize those forbidden markings of Vel Sharoon. Here, not just on the temple, but also moving out onto the machinery here. These are clearly not just arcane golems, but undead as well.
It's exactly as I feared. Please, does anyone have any way to disrupt these arcane markings? This is not my spellcraft of choice.
Well, we must be careful lest there be a pattern linking through these various rooms. Lines of force and energy that, if disrupted, could be destructive in the extreme, which could work to our advantage. After all, we do want to end this thing.
One thing that you do
There's
almost...
certainly...
Sorry, brother, please.
There is something evil in this place. I can feel it in my bones.
And
you can smell it.
You can hear it as well, as we can hear in Sirenscape there. That chanting is echoing through the facility.
We're not alone in here. That's for sure.
How far away does the sound like it's coming from?
You would say, with the vision that you had from the exterior, that it's coming from the temple proper in the center of the facility.
Well, if it's coming in that direction, which would be the temple, perhaps there's a ceremony that we might be able to interrupt, and in so doing, get rid of the source of this vile magic.
Yes, let's do that. But let's get there subtly if we can again. I like how
Or we do. Once this goes off, those things outside are going to come in here. If we barricade that door from the inside, it might buy us some time.
Well, I would hope
But they
that
are
if we
gonna
were
get
able
in.
to disrupt the power, the necromantic power that's animating them, maybe that would completely take them out of the equation before we have to deal with them physically.
You willing to bet your life on that?
Elena is difficult.
I'm willing to bet
listen
your life
to.
on that.
Elena
Fair
is
enough.
difficult to listen to, but I think she's right on this one.
How tall are the golems, remind me?
They are standing at about 10 feet tall.
At 10 feet, and are they mechanical steel with vines and from the pumpkins? How'd you describe them?
You saw the undead nature. They do seem to be a variety of flesh golem, but
delicious.
combined with these organic extras from the surrounding farmland. So
From the gourds.
yes, indeed. So think those nice kind of like Halloween style like monsters, like like the scarecrows and things, but with the pumpkin heads, but then with a flesh golem's body.
Why then we shall go find the overgourd and put an end to this evil. Does anyone bring anything that would explode that we could jam in these lines? Gammy them up. Any delay we can do is best. Or straight to the source, Alina. You're the cleric. Tell us your will, Mage Queen, and we'll make it happen.
I should think that we only have one opportunity to catch everyone here unawares. I think we should use it to make our way towards the temple. If we need to blow things up on the way out, we'll have that opportunity, will we not?
Aye.
Should do.
As the Queen says, let us move forward quietly and see if we can surprise these bastards and send them back to hell.
Malaki, I think you've already twigged the prime locations for a little sachet of black powder here and there.
Okay, do I actually have black powder?
And you prepared for
Okay,
I'm
I'm prepared. Good to know.
a mission here, so that's okay.
Yes, okay.
Arcane Force would definitely have access to that.
Okay.
Smoke powder.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, so let me just do this here.
The overgourds are listening. There.
Now let's reconnoiter first. Find out how many of them there are before we go rushing into anything. Speaking
Well,
of
can
rushing,
Glimmer-
where's that Mimi?
She was in your pocket.
She's still hanging. She
She's-
was
she's
pointing
still
out.
here. Yeah,
He's on a string.
that's strange.
Okay, so let's have a look here. Elena, as you step into the facility a little more, your druidic senses bring to attention the ethereal aura of undeath in this place. Of course, that emanating from the temple itself, but that life force, it's not purely plant-based. Although your druidic teachings and studies do sense that connection, this cocktail of plant and humanoid forms. But the necromantic magic being channeled from the temple must have a focal source, must be drawn from the ethereal plane must be capturing the spirits that you so often commune with and being used to animate these abominations, these mindless, soulless things, their energy being turned to purely mechanical use, just controlling their movements and their programming, rather than giving them any kind of free thought or self-will.
I take my holy symbol out and hold it in one hand, ready to turn undead should the occasion present itself.
There is a feeling of unrest here, as if some of the spirits drawn to this focal point, drawn to this temple to be siphoned and used in this form, are resisting against that pull. And there is an intense sensation of anger and hatred.
We're getting closer, friends.
Badur, I'm afraid your unique ability to see vision cones here does not apply to these otherworldly entities and their ethereal sight that they are blessed with. And I'm afraid all of you are non-mechanically surprised, just emotionally surprised, as a spectral form just emerges straight through the bulk of machinery directly in front of you. And its form in tatters, the skin hanging off its cheeks, a scraggly beard, a dented and broken helmet slightly to one side, as the spirit of some warrior, the tatters of the Jedrick uniform hanging from its form, as the guards employed by the regime here, a spirit of a dead Jedrick, starts floating towards you. Life must be nice, must be so precious. Share it, won't you? And this revenant comes lunging towards you, angry at being stolen, torn away from its natural path onto the afterlife. And I would like all of you to roll initiative.
Hey! Those two words that
Headphone
always
warning.
start a fight.
9.
Roll initiative.
Right. Initiative is 6. I'm asleep in a corner.
21. I was ready with that holy symbol out.
Okay, so
8.
let me just do a quick thing here. Let's go. Elena, Brontes, Bordur, and Malaki. Okay, so sorry, once more. Malaki, how'd you go?
9.
Wow. Okay, Brontes?
Pretty good for me.
Brontes 6.
6. Okay, wow. Bordur?
8.
And Elena, taking it over.
21.
Hey. There's clearly
Carrying the team here.
your attunement to the spirit realm, your connection with these creatures has.
We'll never hear the end of this.
Aye. Here we go again.
Okay.
Looking the wrong way, Barder. Talking to the furniture again, Barder. Brontes, why are you looking for your hamster? There's an undead monk. Yeah.
Okay, how's our revenant doing here as it comes to attack this lucky sign of life here? That is going to be a 16 for me. All right. So, let's have a look here. Okay. As the creature manifests and starts lurching towards you, let's have a look what we got here. Just doesn't seem to have any weapons or anything. Just this spectral form, just angrily moving towards you in the space here. Speaking of, let me turn off the sound effects of sorts. No. Okay, and Alina, you're first to act.
Moon goddess, preserve us. And I channel energy through my holy symbol and attempt to turn undead. See how that works.
Excellent. Okay, please do. Is that a saving throw from me?
My turning undead DC 15 wisdom saving throw.
DC 15 wisdom saving throw. Okay, I have a +6, so I need a 9 or more. I'll roll in chat for transparency. Oop. A 3 is not enough. What effects does that do when you turn undead?
If the creature fails its saving throw, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes damage. It must spend its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it cannot willingly move into a space within 30 feet of me. It also can't take reactions. For its action, it can only use the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving.
Excellent. And does it get to reroll the save? Or is it just a minute straight?
I think it's just a minute straight.
Okay.
Until it gets attacked, yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, so you stealth into the facility, look around all the shadowy forms of this machinery and these glowing, faintly glowing sigils around the place. This restless spirit just comes out towards you, and Elena immediately steps forward. And what do you say, Elena, as you brandish your spirit here, your symbol?
I say, Moon Goddess, preserve us!
Sorry, excuse me. And the symbol starts to glow with this lunar light bathing the immediate area, and the revenant goes and holds up their hands to shield their eyes. As it starts to burn, they start to almost like disintegrate as the light streams against them, and they are forced back, disappearing through the machinery. And just like that, we're immediately back out of initiative.
What just happened?
Her Majesty just did something quite amazing.
Oh.
The Mage Queen forced back that poor damn soul. We must move away quickly before it returns seeking more life.
Let's
Yes.
get going.
Deeper.
It will be but a minute before it can return. Let us not be here when it does so.
That looked like quite a bit more than just an automaton of some kind. This is a truly cursed place. Did you see that?
I did. Can I, make a history check to see if I recognize the particular campaign uniform or helmet? How long this poor
that's
soul has been
fine.
here?
Oh, good idea. Yes, please do.
Probably bloody not. A 10.
Okay. It was definitely a Jedrick, so a one of the guards of the local regime. But yes, from quite how long ago?
Beyond
Yeah,
that, nothing.
Couldn't quite tell. Sorry, no.
The helmet looked like a Jedrick, one of the regime's people. Maybe they're using their own failed gods here for this purpose. I dread to think where they get these souls from. The Resistance must know about this place and what's been done here. We must lay to rest the souls that are damned here, whether they be foe or friend. Quickly, friends. We have work to do.
Damned ritual, and let's blow this place to pieces.
Always with the blowing up, aren't you? Come on then, let's go blow something up.
Weapons.
Says the ranger.
It's a preference in my personality. Apparently, smoke powder. I like
Absolutely. Blowing things up. Or just smoking it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely shouldn't have GIF and artificers together too much. It's not a dangerous
The
combination.
two of you, every time they get drunk, the things that happen. And I'm always left babysitting Mimi.
There are so many places we are not allowed to go anymore.
Or invited back. You're right, Your Majesty. It's just... Anyway, let's move, friends.
I had a rather unique conversation, which only being here in Fukushima or on the coast of Japan is the only place you could have this conversation. We had tickets for an event before everything that happened a decade ago, just over a decade ago, and I rang up and I said, I assume the event's not happening. What happens with the tickets? And I said, where did you get the tickets? I was like, at a convenience store, and they said, is that convenience store still there?
Wow.
Yes.
It's convenient for people who are in the middle of the ocean.
Right? It's just, yeah. So, I think that might be the problem with certain drinking establishments. It's like, is that tavern still there?
I really enjoyed that tavern. I liked the tapas bar they had, and now, boom, because the two of you had a bet.
I felt the ale was subpar, and it was a good place for an experiment. So, you take that long to serve me a pint, that's what happens to your bar.
What would you say your conclusions from your experiment ended up being?
Beer can be explosive. Drink safely.
I knew that beer could be explosive by hanging out with you in the mornings after you had been drinking.
You would know, wouldn't you?
There's a dangerous. There's a lot more potential behind it sounding squeak from the miniature giant space hamster as some of that excess
Speaking of
gas
your experiments.
escapes.
Oh, God.
Tortured wine.
Quickly now, let's move in deeper.
You continue through, knowing that this revenant is gone but for a short time.
DM?
Eyes are watering again.
Longbow in hand, arrow nocked now. And now, like, kind of covering the corners and moving very cautiously through this area.
Okay, yeah, we all know that that kind of slightly up and above, like, camera position. You just see you just, like, going through, checking your corners. Yeah, but like, just dump behind.
Every so often just scowling at the half-orc.
Woodar is going to unsling a shield and stand by Alina to make sure the Mage Queen be covered in case something else come out. The only other problem is this small, very, very pale, white-haired Darrow has a pike, Darrow-sized pike, and a great club strapped to his back. So no single-handed weapons, just two-handed weapons. And a shield. Because roulette.
There's a soft clang as the pike knocks on some of the beams above.
I'm less than 3 feet tall. How tall slows the ceiling here?
What do you say? It's like at least a 10-foot pike.
Unfortunately, Malaki made the pike for you and made it half orc size. Sorry.
There we go.
I like
You didn't
it.
specify.
It's extendable even. It can actually...
Oh, absolutely. You just keep it extended at all times, I guess. Or get even longer than 10 feet.
When you said make me a pike, I thought it was a present for someone. I didn't know it was for me to use.
Right.
Use it as a ladder and just climb things.
Okay, so
Just to get the things on top, high shelves.
The handle's just got little steps on it.
Yeah.
Brontis, as you lead through your bulky gift form, slipping from shadow to shadow, Alina almost invisible with their Twilight Cleric abilities, being perfectly at home in this darkness, and knowing that the spirits are around them, although some more restless and angry than you'd like.
Is it nice low light here? Are we in the dark, or just the eldritch glow of the machinery around us?
There are faint glows from those sigils, but yeah, apart from that, there's nothing else lighting up this area, except for somewhere beyond the machinery. You can see the silhouettes of those kind of production line facilities ahead of you, as there is torchlight. You can see the way it shifts and dances around the edges of the machinery ahead of you. And as you make your way through and you get eyes on the original temple, looking strangely out of place amongst all of this technology, all of these modern ideas here, arcane in nature though they are, and you see the columns and statuary of the original temple that this facility is
gorgeous
around.
History check. How old is this temple? I think I'm into architecture and history and all sorts of random things. I'm going to do a history check. And I got an 18 on this. Have I seen this kind of architecture or heard of this particular temple before?
I'll say...
I should have done religion, but okay.
Coming at it from a different angle, you recognize the design as... Yeah, you confirm what Alina had told you. This is definitely a temple of Velsharun. And you know that, historically speaking, the followers of Velsharun tied the undead nature of their constructs to evil deeds. You know, necromancy is not automatically a bad thing, right? All healing magic is necromantic magic, but it is how you use that. There is a small kobold necromancer in Chult, enjoying Tomb of Annihilation at the moment, who's very... It's just a kind of waste not, want not mentality for the physical forms of...
Well, he wasn't using his leg, I found it, so...
Right? The death curse has started, there's no chance of them being resurrected. By the way, this
there
we,
any
we have time
murals?
slipped a little bit in our story here. This has to be before the death curse has happened, otherwise there'd be no souls around.
Renewable energy resource.
What do you say, Malaki? Say?
Oh, I was just wondering if there are any murals on the walls that depict any kind of rituals that may give an indication of what we're going to be looking at.
On the
Possibly.
outside, no. No, not from the outside here. But you creep forward, and I would like you all to make me an advantaged group stealth check, please.
Well, I have disadvantage, so I guess it'll be flat.
Yes.
See if I can override that.
I'm going to take that 19, I think.
I'm going to
19?
take that as well. Yep.
Dragging my pike across the floor, my heavy chainmail, which was also beautifully crafted for me, I got an 8.
Okay.
I used some of my 19
But
to
an 8
pick up
with
the end of
style,
his
at least.
pike.
Look at those columns. The craftwork that must have gone into those. Really impressive.
can you please focus on being quiet?
Alien,
Udar,
that
Look
was
at the
yours.
chisel work on them.
Udar,
What? Sorry.
quiet. We're trying to approach stealthily. I'm a hippopotamus. I can do it.
Do you see how the angles channel backwards to make you feel smaller when approaching the greatness of whatever god lives
Can you-
within?
Pick up that oversized pike, please. It's dragging all over the floor.
But
Elena,
these,
how did you?
they
how did you
used
go
to
on the check?
hide.
I got a 13.
Nice.
They would hide their true nature behind masks and cloaks, presenting themselves as healers and seers while hiding something darker within.
Oh, that's very sinister.
Well, if you think about it that way.
But-
Sometimes the night is better than the day. It hides many ills and uglinesses. The dark can be beautiful too.
It can. Well, like
Hiding
sometime in
doesn't
the
mean
wild.
it doesn't happen.
What?
Hiding doesn't mean it doesn't
Which-
happen, though.
Hiding? Oh no.
Hiding the
this
bad
is true.
things.
Like
Very
that
true,
hamster.
Malarkey.
Is that stench from in there or out here?
DM,
Yes.
with the stealth, I want to just do either perception or something like that to just try and analyze what kind of foot traffic has gone through here, to maybe pick up numbers of people we're dealing with, perhaps.
Okay.
Like, can I see footprints or, just an idea of numbers that we might come across? Anything at all.
Give me
And-
perception
the-
or investigation.
Okay, investigation I am quite good at. I will do that. There we go.
How was that?
13.
A 13. Okay. Yeah, this is clearly an active facility, right? They're still being used. There have been workers. You saw a bunch of workers leaving. They're clearly moving around here, and you can hear the sound from within. But you were going to say?
The sound of the chanting or whatever we were heard, is it coming from in there?
Yes, it is.
Oh, aye, it is.
I can't get any numbers in that. Just that general description. Yeah.
I mean, you think that during the day this is a busy facility, but at
Busy.
night, yeah, there's nothing. And I think, like to give like numbers, like present numbers, it would have needed to be a bit higher. Sorry.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So, Malaki, what are you doing as you arrive at the temple here?
I mean, I guess I'm trying to look first off for any, in terms of getting out after our whatever it is we're doing, if there's any convenient weak points for blasting. Can I be setting like black powder along the way if I
Absolutely.
need to? Lovely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just setting up.
I'm glad I don't smoke anymore, Malaki,
Because of me.
and you know why I don't.
Very wise. Very wise.
Your eyebrows grew back quite fantastically. Don't worry about
Thank
it.
you, Your
They're
Majesty.
even better than
They
before.
did, didn't they?
You have
Absolutely.
They
They do. Look, I've been waxing them.
Are they like looking up?
Quite
sides?
magnificent out there. Absolutely.
I do, Budara.
Excellent.
Gonna get
Budara,
them
I do
grown
like
into my
your-
beard.
I do like your Silver Fox character art. It's pretty good. But these
Yes.
these portraits are always also rolled randomly from the options, like the
And
number
if
of
you-
options.
And all viewers,
Actually,
if you
look at
look at
Red
that
Skull
picture there, you'll see that the eyebrows have grown in nicely with that that unguent that Elena made for me to restore my skin and most of my face. Looks good.
By all the gods, now is not the time.
They're making a lot of noise, Brontes.
Okay, Elena, what are you doing?
I will send Glimmer forward ahead to do a quick little scout. Hopefully they won't notice a little bird flitting about.
Okay. Give me a... Let's see. Give me a dexterity check for Glimmer. Let's say it would be at a +3.
+3? Okay, so I'll just roll a d20 plus
Please.
3. 5.
Okay.
Yeah, birds inside. Very, very normal.
Your familiar is
There's a
dead.
window! She just hits it a bunch of times.
Flies straight into a closed window and slides down the pane. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's your familiar? I don't know. I think I ate something. Yeah.
Okay, I was looking up the passive perception, but I don't think I need to anymore.
I didn't eat it. It flew into my mouth.
Okay, but you do see what Glimmer sees briefly, and there is a circular chamber on the inside. These columns, this kind of sentence style, this kind of Greek style for us imagining things from the real world, and these kind of Greek style columns around the edge with frescoes in between of powerful necromancers raising the dead and bending them to their will, sending hordes of undead against unsuspecting villages and just being generally evil. And you can see in the center, right, in the center of the circular chamber, there is a plinth, and on top of that, there is a crystal sphere with a dark cloud roiling inside it and lightning playing around it. And you see a ghostly figure. It seems the spirits of the dead are left to guard this place at night, as the living have clocked out, quite literally. And the leader of this chant that's there is some sort of spectral warrior. Their form ethereal, see-through. You can see the plinth through them as you come into the chamber, and arrayed behind them are the forms of 4 ghouls. Just around between the doorway and the plinth, and they are the ones that are chanting. Almost, not even almost like, with words anymore, just kind of these sounds, keeping whatever it is. Oh no, sorry, ghouls do speak common. Giving good credit where it's due. These ghouls, and just this, like this hunger that these creatures have, this hunger for living flesh. They are reaching out, imploring and keeping at bay, imploring the power of the god of this temple here, calling on Vel Sharoon to keep whatever is contained in that crystal at bay. And it seems to be that crystal, whatever's within that ball, that is powering this facility and drawing the spirits to it and bending them to their will.
4
How
ghouls.
far? 4 ghouls.
1
Ghouls?
leader. Ghouls, yes.
Those ones seem like they are the leader, actually.
There is a spectral warrior leading the chant. Mm-hmm.
The spectre. Ghouls. Reminds me of a little summer place I used to go as a child.
Not now.
And Elena, then through the vision, you just see your Robin snatched from the air by a tattered and mouldering hand, and the hunger of one of these ghouls is briefly sated.
Glimmer, no! Ah! Oh.
Elena, what's wrong?
Not again.
As Elena cries out, "Oh no!" the ghouls all turn around, and the
An arrow goes whistling towards the nearest ghoul.
and that will be.
I guess we'll be
once more.
rolling initiative. Hey!
Yes, we will be.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
That's the sound.
Damn.
To arms!
I've forgotten how to use a bow or do anything quickly, so...
I also
And
forgot.
I
I'm
clearly,
I also
have
rolled worse.
clearly, but
Yeah.
oh god, I rolled worst. I got a
Did
3.
you?
I rolled a 1, ladies and gentlemen.
I rolled a 5.
Oh, dear. I rolled
Hang on, let me get the proper ones here.
19. One of us showed up to work.
I direct
Okay.
the arrow at Alina.
So, going round again. I'm sorry, Alina, 19.
Yes.
Okay, Brontes,
9.
9. Thank you. Better than before.
It is better, marginally, but yeah.
Malaki,
A magnificent 5.
5, and Pudor.
And arguably the greatest thing ever, 1. Sorry, it's a 3. 3.
These people are idiots. I can't do
Okay.
anything with these people.
I think my madness, seeing Alina's distress, has moved something deep inside of me. Obsessed with protecting the weak and those that cannot protect themselves, as per my oath. I am very upset and angry with what has just happened with the Robin and Alina, and so my attention is going to be on Alina.
Fair.
I don't know what's going on. I have insanity as a disadvantage, so I tend to just
Alina,
engage with the wrong thing.
Alina, what's your plus to Dex?
Plus 5.
Oh, okay.
Isn't she all dex?
Yes, all
Oh,
decks,
of
all
course,
day.
that's right. Yes, okay, so you go first. Only just though. These hungry
Oh, wow.
ghouls are very ravenous, it seems.
How far is the closest one?
The temple is 40 feet across diameter, so the plinth is right in the middle at 20, and then these were arrayed before that, so they're about 15 feet away.
Okay. How many of them can I get within a 5? Oh, I guess this is 5-foot radius. Are any of them next to each other?
No, they are at the compass points around the plinth.
Okay. Well, then I will center on the leader, the spectral force, a moonbeam.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
John's favorite spell.
Hush now. Okay. Let me get some hit point markers here. Well, I suppose I need to. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That's. So yeah, that the light of your goddess just whoosh down from the top of the temple, through the roof above and into the center here, next to the plinth, and the wraith just looks up at it. But that's the start of their turn, right? That happens.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. The ghouls spin. One of them with robin blood straining down its chin as they just come scampering through the space between you and them, and one of them goes for each of you. So let me go around the table here as they try to claw at you. Malaki.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Surprise!
But I have disadvantage from my spin of the wheel.
Thank you, whoever that
with
was.
Disadvantage. 19.
Oh,
I'll take it. I still get hit, but
Better than natural 20.
yes,
okay.
it is. I'll take it.
You take 7 slashing damage. And
And
you are other than an elf or undead, I'm afraid. So please make me a Constitution saving throw.
4.
Okay, you see this creature leaps forward and leaps on Malaki on their huge form and just starts clawing at them. They take the slashing damage, and then you see them, and you are paralyzed, Malaki. As the
ooh.
ghouls
This sounds unpleasant. Oh dear.
through
Got,
your
just got
system.
real.
Okay, Brontis, does a natural 1 hit you? No, it does not. Okay,
It does not.
Budauer, 18.
18's not good enough.
Oh wow!
I have armor class 18, so
Oh, wow.
they meet me. So meet it or beat it. I don't know. Is that
I'm
a hit or
afraid,
not?
yeah, meets it beats it, still applies. That is on
18.
max as well. Just
That's a
hits
hit.
you. Just gets through the armor there. You take 9 slashing damage, and
Aye,
also
aye.
9 slashing damage.
also give me one of those Constitution saving throws, please.
Absolutely. Where's my Constitution? Saving throw. Here we go.
Do you have a
Ah,
paladin?
you bastard creature!
Do you have a paladin plus? Sounds like a streaming service.
Paladin plus. I rolled another 1, so that's a 3.
Oh no.
I'm got Paladin against. That's charisma and against disease. So yeah,
Oh, okay. Yep. And no,
it's a Constitution. No
no
bonus.
immunities
No.
or anything. Okay. You,
Well,
Badua
disease
also
and
These
madness.
rolls are
seizes
something
up
else.
and becomes paralyzed.
Cheer.
Okay, just for the two of you.
It's going to be the hamster.
You are incapacitated. You cannot move or speak.
Hmm.
You automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws. Attacks against you have advantage, and any hit is a critical hit.
Well, it's a relief they
Wow.
can speak at least, but yeah.
And Elena, against you, another natural one. End to ending this one, apparently. Okay, so the ghoul, you managed to fend off the ghoul. Again, maybe you channel some of that moonlight onto them that do not come towards you. Okay, that brings us to the Wraith. It's a
Hey.
Constitution saving throw, Elena?
DC 15, yes.
Okay, Constitution saving throw. That is a natural one again. Damn it.
All right, so
okay.
it is going to take 3d10.
Rolls.
Perfect.
It takes... Oh, well, that was way too many d10. Let me try that again.
Disgusting,
Your
Brent.
Hey!
honesty is appreciated.
31 damage.
It does not take 131 damage, it takes 16 damage.
16 damage. Okay, that's nice. Dropping it down to... Alright. It is not bloodied yet, which means half or less. And it's not on its last legs, which means 10 or less. But it is burning in that moonlight and just like shielding, trying to shield itself from the radiance. It moves forward, and I think, Elena, it will, seeing you as the source of this thing here, will attack you. So it comes charging forward, brandishing a let's have a look here actually. Yes, brandishing a battle axe.
Oh dear.
Ooh.
Those can hurt.
Right. This is clearly, and you see from the markings, this used to be a cleric of the necromancer god, and they are forever tied to this place. It seems.
Shot Roulette.
Indeed. And as they come charging at you, swinging this axe here, excuse me. Boop. Only an 8. Again, the power of your goddess compels them to fuck up, and you are unable. Well, they are unable to hit you, and only one attack. Rude. But I want more. Let's have a look here.
The English. Always wanting more.
I'm going to use its bonus action, Martial Fury, to attack Ashley. Not Brontes.
Right.
Ashley.
It's my English friend. I bought that on myself.
Through the screen, like full on ring.
Like the ring.
Yeah. Right. It uses its Martial Fury ability to make one extra attack against you, Elena. But attacks against it will have advantage until the start of its next turn. So basically, like it's gone reckless. So another swing at you. Whoosh. That is better. A 24.
That hits my AC of 18.
Okay. You take 6 slashing damage.
Ow.
Please make me a Constitution saving throw.
Are these magical effects?
That is a 13.
No. No, this is just its spectral weapon. A 13. Okay, you maintain the concentration on Moonbeam, and you are in battle against this ghoul and the Sword Wraith Warrior. Okay.
Battle Axe Wraith Warrior.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, sorry, it's called the Sword Wraith Warrior, and it has a battle axe and a longbow.
Misleading marketing.
That wasn't on the box? What is it?
Yeah.
Okay, that brings us 12 to Brontes.
All right.
In
Now,
battle against this.
the ghoul that came lashing at me, he rolled a 1, I believe, which is kind of like a dreadful fumble or whatever.
Yes.
So I'm going to try and pull I have a longbow knocked already. Now, typically I wouldn't be able to use that in hand-to-hand combat, but because he rolled a 1, is it okay if as he runs in, he stumbles a bit and I get off a longbow a la
Sure.
Legolas
Sure,
in
sure.
the front? Is that cool? Okay, cool. All right. I'm doing that. I'm shooting him with a longbow in the face.
Okay.
I can.
Noted, everyone, any natural ones on your part give me advantage on the next attack.
Okay.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I got a 22 with my longbow shot.
That
Nice.
hits, definitely. This is at the ghoul that was charging at you, right?
That is correct. Yeah, yeah. And the damage is piercing, and it will be. It's not so good. 7 all in.
Not bad though. Okay, so
Bad.
that knocks it down. Okay. Thank you.
I
this
shoot
is
the
one that's
hippopotamus.
on Bronte.
I shoot the hippopotamus with bullets made of platinum because if I use lead ones, it's high to shoot a platinum. No?
Thank you, hip hip hop. I can't talk. I can't even comment.
Do you have just one attack, or we got
I only have one attack, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, which brings us to Malaki.
Am I still paralyzed?
You are. Please repeat your saving throw.
Lovely. It's a con.
Yes.
9!
Oh wow. It's only DC 10, but that's enough. Apparently. Okay.
Double
I'm
to
afraid
a distant dream.
you do not manage to shake off the effects, and the ghoul just comes in hungrily. But Budur, your turn.
Aye. Let's see if that inspired by that dreadful rhyming of my companion. Let's see if I can shake this off. Shake it off. Shake it off. Shake it off. Shake it.
You
Oh,
mean
I
like
got
Dick?
12. Not shake you off.
That's
That's private time.
no, that's enough though. Yes. Okay.
Aye.
You are able to break free from the paralysis, but that is at the end of your turn, I'm afraid. Okay.
Aye.
So back to Elena.
All right.
Can
am
I
going...
take a bonus action or not at the end of my turn? No, it's the end of my turn.
It's
Good.
afraid not.
Alina.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are the so I've got one of the ghouls and the specter on me.
Indeed.
Are they next to each other?
Yes.
Then for my move action, I am going to move the beam on the both of them, and for my actual action, I will attack the specter with my warhammer.
Excellent.
And I roll a 23,
That hits definitely.
dealing 3 damage. No, 8 damage.
8.
No, 3. 3. I have a shield. Yeah.
Okay. Now, is that a magical Warhammer?
It is not.
Okay, I'm afraid it's resisted down to just a single point of damage.
All right, fair enough.
Boo.
So sending a message, though, you're fine.
Do not give up, Mage Queen. Smite them with the goddess's fury.
As
Would you like
it kind
another-
of goes slow motion, the hammer just goes whoosh through its form, kind of trailing the ethereal things behind it. Yeah.
Would you like another inspiring couplet?
I would like less, as a matter of fact.
Duly noted.
Okay. The ghouls
Give
leap
war
in.
poetry.
The
War
ghouls leap in
haikus.
to attack with their claws again. Malaki against you, still paralyzed, with advantage.
I do love crit hits.
That is a 21.
Isn't it crit automatically anyway?
It is an automatic crit,
Yeah.
so it is
Yay.
9. What's that? 17 slashing damage.
Okie dokie.
Ow.
Indeed.
I
Okay.
doubt if I had one, it would be yellow.
And Brontis against you,
Meh,
a 23 will hit.
it will.
But only Snake Eyes on the damage dice, so only 4 slashing damage.
Great.
But I do need that Constitution saving throw.
Just another good thing. Constitution saving throw?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Alright, boom. That's not enough. 8.
Oh, Brontis, your hippo form seizes up as the paralysis takes hold.
Don't fall on Mimi.
Budur, a 23 to hit you.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Only 8 damage. But again, that Constitution saving throw, please.
Absolutely. Let me knock me. Right. Let me knock down my hit points. 8 was it? 8
Yes,
hit points
please.
and a
8
Constitution saving throw. Here
Yes,
we go.
please.
8 slashing. And I'll press that one. Are these magic effects or just
Right,
a?
no, it's this is
I got a 10, but
necrotic energy. A 10, meets it. You're
Ooh.
okay. Good. Okay. And Elena, the one on against you.
Well, first it must make a
Thank you.
Constitution saving throw.
Yes, indeed. Constitution saving throw. 7.
All right, so
Give me
it
that damage.
takes. Oh. That's going to be 10 damage.
Okay, excellent. Knocking that down there. Okay, so it starts to burn and it comes through the brightness still towards you, raking you with its claws. That is going to be a 23.
That is enough to hit.
6 slashing damage in the con save, please.
Okay.
There it is. Thank you, Zonescape.
I was going to say Alina's carrying the rest of us. Must have a sore back, but
Ooh, 4. That's a 4.
I'm a mighty have fallen.
Paralyzed, I'm afraid.
so it's just
Well.
me and the hamster again.
I had a plan, but that
My
plan
hamster.
has gone out the window.
The Wraith smiles. You should have not have stepped in this place. You cannot rescue your friend. And he points towards the crystal ball. And as they do so, Elena, as you're paralyzed, your eyes go milky white, and you see the whole chamber, this whole scene, slowed down and in slow motion as you are shifted into the ethereal plane, and you hear,
Oh, no.
you hear a voice from the crystal ball, and you hear them reaching out to you. Save me. They are using my powers for ill.
Is this voice familiar at all?
Let me see here. Yes, you recognize the voice of, let's see here. Radin Gulaga. The storied and noted necromancer of the Arcane Force, and you realize why the Arcane Force may have asked you to come here today.
Oh.
And as you snap back out of this vision of this famous necromancer trying to contact and reach out to you, trapped as they are within the crystal ball being used for this ritual, you hear a large crash as the door on the far side of the factory explodes open, and various large mounds of shambling flesh and twisted jack-o'-lantern like this is like mid-November mouldering jack-o'-lantern heads kick through the door at the sounds of combat within, and the ghoul, the wraith turns to you, Elena, and says, "You cannot stop us," and lunges at you with the battle axe with advantage, and a hit will cause 19 slashing damage. As you are paralyzed and unable to defend yourself, the ghostly weapon cutting through you, not actually slashing your physical form, but slashing your very soul. Ethereal slashing damage.
So these other pumpkin folks who just headed in, I guess they heard it on the pumpkin vine that they needed to come in.
Oh God.
Oh,
I'll see myself out. That was the night.
yeah.
Don't worry, Brent. I've done worse. There was a one-shot roulette a while ago in Eberron, and they were climbing up the vines, which were sentient vines on the outside of this house, and they were pleading for the adventurers to deal with the vampires within the house so that they could grow free and naturally once more. And as we said, our adventurers were doing it for the vine. I told you it was worse.
It was.
I just lost a hit point.
I think so. I think I lost half my intelligence score there.
Yeah.
Look, Ashley will tell you we are contractually obliged to make dad jokes at least once a day, otherwise our licenses are revoked.
It's very true. All accurate. Checks out.
Okay, so that brings us back to Brontis. Speaking of dad jokes, you were paralyzed, right, Brontis?
I am paralyzed.
So
Can I make another
Con
another
save,
save?
please. Yep.
Excellent day. Here we go.
Escape. You can do it.
Come on. 13.
13. Okay, that is enough.
Excellent.
By the way, Elena, you think you're also paralyzed, but when you break out of it and come back from this vision, you get the feeling that if this necromancer was released from the crystal sphere on the altar, that would break the power over this temple. That is...
I had a quick question. I'm paralyzed, but does that break my concentration on the moonbeam spell?
I'll say no because it just stops you being able to speak and move.
So then,
but you're
then
not...
the wraith should have had to take another
thank you, yes.
save on that.
Thank
yes.
you. That's
It's
gonna
your mobile
be
spotlight.
just an 8.
Yeah.
So please.
Hey.
All right, 25 damage.
Oh,
Nice.
big
Okay.
comeback.
I can
Nice.
give it just as well as I can take it.
Nice.
Nice.
What was
nice.
written in the bathroom of that hotel we blew up?
Yeah, you didn't seem to mind that one being blown up.
It makes sense now. I
Hey,
just
Linda.
got it.
You do not avoid that damage, I'm afraid. It was a vengeful blow instead, as you do knock this wraith onto its last legs, which means it has 10 HP or less.
And I rolled a 20 on my Constitution save
And you
for
Oh!
maintain. Sorry, no, that's for maintaining my spell after I got hit with it. Since we
Okay.
forgot all that.
Yes, and yeah, thank you. So, yep, concentration. Okay, nice. Which brings us to Malaki.
I'm going to roll my con save again.
Please do.
Please
Come
let
on.
it be double digits.
Come
12!
on. Hey,
I got 12!
you're free.
I'm free!
And this is the school's like, "Huh?" Okay.
She moves.
Oh no. Which brings us to Budawar, please.
Udar, right, recovering from that terrible paralysis, calling out a word in some ancient archaic tongue, a blast of light, of purple light, because that's what it says here, blasts forth across the chamber as a word of radiance springs forth, aimed at that crystal ball in the center of the room, and to every target I can see within 30 feet.
Oh wow.
Is going to cop a word of radiance.
Nice.
Okay.
So they would all please make a Constitution saving throw,
Okay.
or take 1d6 or 2d6 radiant damage. Mr.
Okay.
Wraith, you bastard.
Fantastic. You cast this, and let's see here. So it was a Constitution saving throw.
Correct, please.
Okay, DC
Difficulty would be my spellcasting 13, please.
13. Okay, the wraith.
That's their saving throw. Hey.
Yeah, you have your spell save DC is on your spell.
Yep,
on top of your
13.
spell thing. Okay.
Yeah, I
The
was just
wraith.
checking if it was charisma because I have some other things.
Okay. Yeah, the wraith has a 17 on their save, so they pass. Is it half damage on a success?
Negatory, just it's 2d6.
Okay. Okay.
It's
Yeah, so-
pass or take.
Okay. So yeah, the wraith is okay, locked in this combat with this druid of spirits here. The ghouls, I'll go left to right here. Brontes only gets a 5. Elena's gets a 19. Budao,
Oh.
yours gets an 11, and Malaki's gets a 7. Okay, so Elena's is okay, but the others are done. So roll me that 2d6, please.
2d6 radiant damage, and roll into everyone. Here we go. Why is it a 20 as well? Stop it, you bastard. Let's try that again. Here we go. 2d6, first one coming through. Ghoul number 1 on the Brontes dog cloak. 5, please.
I think is it the same for everybody?
Same.
It just says 2d6.
Yeah, because I think it's
Yeah,
one.
just use the same.
It's one spell, so yeah, it's just affected. So
Go for it.
so 5 on all of them.
5.
There. So that puts Brontes onto their last legs, and Spadar, yours, and Malaki's are down to 17.
Less.
Something.
Okay. Right.
I would then disengage from the fight as a bonus action, relying on my small stature and the ways of slip. Hey, look at that guy! Ducking and jinking between the ghoul's rotting legs
You do,
across
and you-
the floor and scampering towards the plinth at the center where the glowing gem
Yeah.
rests.
Okay, yeah, and you also cast Word of Radiance on that. So please roll roll me 2d6 on that again.
10. And that's a any wild magic thing happening there on a rogue ability of disengaging for free?
There isn't anything kicked off by that, I'm afraid. No, but you dodge and you manage to the claws come slashing behind you. You manage to dodge out of the way, skirting around Alina's moonbeam and dashing towards the altar in the center of the temple. You reach up and grasp the crystal orb, and with 10 hit points as it had, You channel your radiance into the interior, and the storm clouds inside start to roil and boil, and lightning flashes from inside them, illuminating them this kind of eldritch purple light. And as you starts to channel the radiance into that, there is a spiderweb crack that forms through the surface of the crystal, and then with a resonating shatter, the glass explodes. You take 6 slashing damage as the shards of crystal just blast out from this altar here, and then with a crackle of electricity, the interior explodes out into the surrounding of the temple here, and the cloud boils up out of the space. Yes, thank you. Thank all of you. I am free, and I will make these pay. And lightning bolts go streaming out, hitting the ghouls and the wraith, who just arch, lightning playing around their features as they are incinerated. The lightning then arcs out to the machinery in the factory, spreading through and then out into the surrounding farmland, spreading from gourd to gourd through the pumpkin patch outside. There is, you can't see from in the temple, but as from our viewpoints, we start to see the pumpkins moving, shifting, lightning still playing around the surface as they start rolling.
Right.
They start rolling across the field, joining together, merging, twisting, as the energies of this famed necromancer spread out to the surrounding area, and an overgord. Shout out to Mike Disney.
God Almighty.
The overgords. I knew they were shifty.
An overgord.
For the love of
rises
An overgord.
Oh my god.
Gourd.
Golems, the pumpkin that were crashing into
Yes,
the
the
factory turn and go rushing out. You see this floating, almost beholder-esque looking overgord thing, this large pumpkin face, and vines coming off to either side, and starts to spin, and lightning still crackling from the energies of the necromancer, freed from their prison here in the temple. You see it starting to smash the constructs, the golems destroyed, as this titan arrives and destroys the remnants of the factory guards.
It's Gourdzilla!
Oh.
No, I'll see myself out.
And
2 down.
let's do this here. 2 seconds.
So it was out of its gourd. Now it's in its gourd.
Listen, let's just
No,
squash the beef, okay?
Okay, yeah.
No.
Oh, dear.
Oh my god.
Sorry, Ash. I'll leave you a shell of the person you formerly were.
You,
Too late for that.
Bador, you see the cracks that spidered across that crystal ball start to go out across the marble floor, the columns of this temple. You see that it is starting to break apart as Gourdzilla
We must move!
rises.
As Gourdzilla comes
Let
to,
it go
we
now.
must find the workers and get them out of here. Rushing over to Alina's side, I reach up to a defaced, scratched piece of obsidian glass that had something once carved into it, a holy symbol now defaced, and reaching in, whispering quietly, Alina, my queen, be healed. And you could see the translucent skin of the Darrow, almost pale beneath it. Thick blue-black veins begin to move and pulse, illuminated from the inside. You can see my bones of my hand as my very life force is channeled through my touch into Alina to heal her grievous wounds. And I will heal her with my touch.
Okay.
I will lay my hands upon you with consent, Alina, of course. No, absolutely. And I will return to you 15 hit points.
I will take them.
Excellent. The healing magic of Bador goes through your form, Alina, but there's no time to waste here. You see the temple starting to crack, chunks of masonry down from the
Run
ceiling
for
above.
it!
Go! Yes, you have to get out of here. Malaki,
Mimi.
Yes.
I need each of you in turn to make me a acrobatics or athletics check to get out of here.
Aye.
So,
22?
22
I roll a
Malaki,
14.
nice. A 14, Brontis,
18.
Budor.
14.
14, excellent. Okay.
Assisting Alina.
Excellent. So be that a strength forcing you through, your legs pumping under you as you get through this destroying. You can hear the cracking and the fall of masonry falling behind you, and the cry of the Overgord outside, battling against these golems that have abandoned their patrols to deal with this titan that has grown from their very pumpkin patch. You, Malaki, realize the only thing to do here, the last thing to do, the last piece of the puzzle, is to ignite those strategically placed smoke powder packets and deal with this facility once and for all.
What of the
Just a
barracks where
moment.
the workers were kept? Can we free them on our way out, Malarkey? You won't blow them up too, will you?
I'll get them. You blow the place to smithereens.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Okay, Brontis, you...
I'm gonna run looking for a barracks or something.
Yeah, you go charging towards where you've seen the workers start moving towards. You can see that there is a guard on one of the golems is there, still holding its post, guarding, keeping the doors closed and locked. And you can hear the people inside banging, like trying to get out as they hear everything happening. And you realize to your side what could possibly deal with a jack-o'-lantern flesh golem gourd other than a direct application of explosive gas.
Squeeze it.
Yeah. I'm gonna rush.
Light.
I'm gonna rush right up to that thing, and I'm gonna invoke the power of Hadar, the Dark Hunger. Tendrils of dark energy will erupt from me. I'm gonna batter this
From
thing
the hamster.
into the ground. From me and the hamster. It's gonna come from both of us. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Casting
Is
this.
that the hamster's gas?
It's like
It's just like
hamster's
black
gas.
tendrils.
It's like that cat.
Because the
in-
black tendrils come out.
Right.
It's like that cat in the Marvel
Exactly.
movies. It's
Yeah.
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 It goes all cute and stuff.
Okay. So yes, you grab it with the tentacles and pitch it to the side. At the same time, you strategically concertina your miniature giant space hamster, and a cloud of noxious gas emerges out. The workers inside, just pick up what you're putting down here, and they bust out of the now unguarded door. And one of them just hurls a lantern, and it explodes against the side. The gas erupts from within. Hang on, Sirenscape, get to me here.
And we
Here
run
comes.
out like action heroes with an explosion behind us. Run!
Slow
Nicholas
motion.
and I play in the background.
The explosion goes off, yes, and you're all diving.
And Mimi can be flying through the air as well.
Mimi!
Slowly.
It's like trying to catch a football at the end line.
Yes, it's catch Mimi. A steaming Mimi.
And you see the Overgord battling, this Titan battling against these golems, giving you the chance to flee. Malaki, how are you triggering the final explosion?
I have my little garbage bin Eldritch Cannon with me.
Mm-hmm.
He's been going on with me this whole time.
Yep.
And it's also a flamethrower. So
Hey.
there's a distance.
So you go
Oh,
charging.
sorry.
You go charging out of the door of the main facility.
Yes.
And you turn, realizing that your companion is not at your side, and you just see it in the doorway of the factory as it just
Silhouetted against
raises.
the fireball.
It just raises a hand in salute, and you see it close the door in front of itself, sealing itself inside, and you see through the cracks of the wooden door a brief illumination of fire as its flamethrower erupts, hitting all of the smoke powder packets, and with a tumultuous boom, the roof and the windows explode, and the factory is destroyed, and the group of you with the freed workers retreat up the hillside and away from this facility, no longer able to produce the evil constructs that were being used by the tyrannical regime.
A single tear runs down my face.
The pumpkin, yes. oppressors of the local population no longer. And you are
Freedom.
victorious. The Overlord.
Hey! Another subtle mission well accomplished.
Overlord roars into
Beautiful
the
thing I've ever
night.
done.
Oh, that's
I,
And that is where
I wanna. There we will end.
we will end. Yes.
I opener and no mistake.
Okay.
Well, Mimi, we've done it again.
Squeak.
This one was for Glimmer.
Who said that?
Okay. A massive thank you to my adventurers here. Let me just read through what we were dealing with here over on Chaos Gen
Yes.
once more. Our mission, should we have chosen to accept it as we did, is that the characters must subdue an honourable temple. We skipped the honourable part. It is at a military
point of
golem
view.
factory which has a garden of huge pumpkins. There are a few hungry labourers performing a ritual. Ghouls, the hungriest of labourers. The spirit of a necromancer is trying to escape from a crystal ball. At some point, someone has a vision, and as the adventure progresses, a series of thunderclaps signal the arrival of a titan.
Godzilla.
done.
The Overlord.
Well done.
We did that? Yeah, pretty
Yep.
good. Yeah, yeah.
I think we checked all those
We also
boxes.
had a gaseous hamster. That was good. The Robin,
Ken?
the great tragedy of the Robin
Check.
being conceived
Alright,
This
by the
the
hungry
specter the specter really needed not to be so full of themselves when they're working with pumpkins, because as we always know, the pride goes before the fall. So
Ah.
yeah.
Is there a way you could use that catapult on him from
Can we just-
here?
Could all of you just stop with the CD references, please? Please.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so a massive thank you to everyone who's joined us, especially these 4 adventurers, another fantastic one-shot roulette. Thank you so much. And let us hear from these bold adventurers and where we can find them in the material plane. And as we do that, it is your last chance, my friends, to jump into the giveaway, the fantastic CCRPG, celebrating this, the final weekend of their current Kickstarter, a successful Kickstarter already. Let's see how far we can get them. Please head on over there, get yourself some beautiful encounters and maps to use in your games, or to tie together into a mini campaign of their own. And you can type !enter in the chat for the chance to win the fantastic previous Kickstarters, 2 of them, a massive bundle of encounters to help any GM or DM in their games. And also we have gift codes for Troll Lord games as well. So do not miss out on these great prizes. !enter, and we'll draw the winners after we've said goodbye to these fine folks. So jump on that while you can. !enter in the chat as we go off victoriously in slow motion with the explosion behind.
I'm
let's
just crying tears of pure joy. It's great.
let's go around the other direction here from when we first met them. Aelina, where can people find you on the material plane?
Yes, please check me out at my website, BrentHiroshi.com, or if you check out, I'm the only person with that name according to Google, so you can find me on all sorts of social media, or if you want to follow my wrestling journeys, my wrestling name is Ren Yoshino, so follow that on Instagram and Twitter.
Fantastic, thank you. Yes, all of the links for our guests are here in the chat, so jump in and give them a follow and check out all of their amazing work. Mador, where can people find you on the material plane?
Oh, this is the beginning for me of this journey, so hopefully we'll see you back here in other spaces, but this time, hopefully on your TV screen somewhere.
Fantastic, thank you. Brontis, your good self.
And likewise, you can find me hopefully on a TV screen somewhere near you, or better still, a cinema. That'd be amazing. But also theatre. Martin the Beach Shakespeare Festival, and they're quite a bit, and any other theatre around the Vancouver area. And just following those links that are in the chat there.
Actually,
And,
sneak peek. Usually you need to jump into the Discord to get all these sneak peeks here, but sneak peek here, my friend Patch over at QuestJunkiesUK and I have come across a very interesting TTRPG, non-D&D, which is a political intrigue game, dual DM'd by 2 DMs, and all of the players are characters from Macbeth.
Oh, that sounds cool.
That sounds great.
I like it.
Some
Sign me up.
talented actors might be very useful in such an endeavor. We would have to use the rooms facility on Zoom because you can have different people talking amongst themselves, and we can dip into those locations. So it's going to be a very, very different type of stream, and a use of the multimedia are available.
But as you know, I'm very good at rhyming couplets, so I'd be perfect for that.
Indeed. You missed a fantastic one-shot roulette with Jeremy Cobb from Three Black Halflings in the charity stream we recently had. There was one of the prompts from the random generator there was that they slowly start singing throughout, so we had all the musical numbers. So now we need the Shakespearean.
Great.
Just had some monologuing, yeah. Well, there was certainly a lot of sound and fury signifying nothing here
Signifying nothing.
Indeed. A tale told by an idiot.
Not a sponsor, but everyone do check out the fabulous... oh god, why am I blanking? The fantastic Dropout streaming things. Their episode of Game Changer, where they had the improvisational Shakespeare company, which is something I think Brent might be familiar with as well.
Yeah, I run a company called the Spontaneous Shakespeare Company, and we also improvise Shakespeare. But the Improvised Shakespeare Company are excellent. I saw them down in Seattle just a couple of months ago.
Yes, they did. They did an incredible improvised Shakespeare style episode of Game Changer, which is on Dropout if you can find it. Absolutely incredible.
Cool.
Lots of fun. And last but not least, by any measure you care to employ, Malaki.
Lucky, yes. Alas, I'm not really active on socials, but I'll be here in chat supporting John and his channel and all my friends here. It's so good to be back. Hello, friends. Yep, Melon's in chat.
Thank you so much. And we are PhoenixUK. We play lots of D&D and other TTRPGs, and we will be back tomorrow morning or later today, depending which part of the world you are in, as we continue the Lost Mine of Phandelver, the Shattered Obelisk. Okay, Phandelver and Below, the latest outing from Wizards of the Coast. And we are enjoying that campaign. They have arrived in Phandalin, that classic starter campaign, but with a twist and some influences from Baldur's Gate 3 thrown into the mix here. So do join us for that later. And then at the end of the weekend, we have Tomb of Annihilation, which will bring us into next week with Out of the Abyss and Candlekeep Mysteries as we roll into the Yuletide. Thank you to everyone who's joined us today. Thank you for those gifted subs and the subscriptions. Always wonderful to have you joining us for these adventures, and lovely to have such wonderful guests, and I cannot wait to have another chance to play together in the future. Absolutely awesome stuff. Thank you, everybody. We are going to head off raiding after we choose our lucky winners, so stick around for that, and let's see where we can head off in the adventure space here. But let me do a quick refresh, make sure we've got everyone in their giveaway. We have the fantastic CTRPG bundle and 2 coupons to give away from Troll Lord Games. So, let me make a note here so I can get who's who. Alright, so here we go, folks. Good luck, everybody. First and foremost, the bundle from CCRPG, all of those amazing adventures, is going to Rufflejacks. Congratulations. And the first of the Troll Lord Games, oh sorry Lee, you just missed it. First of the Troll Lord Games things is going to Captain Ziggy. Congratulations. And the second Troll Lord Games coupon going to Turbo KKV. Congratulations. Lots of familiar names there. Thank you for supporting the channel all the time. Absolutely wonderful, everyone. Thank you so much. Let us see who is on to head off our raiding to. Okay. Wow, lots of folks on. Thank you for choosing us for your TTRPG streaming needs this evening, as there are so many people playing all sorts of things. Okay, our friends over at Goodman Games are playing themselves something known as Grape Apes Reaver Express. Let's go and see what that is all about. So, friends, stick around for the raid if you've got them. Let those phoenixes fly. And until next time, as we like to say around these parts, Oyasumi Nasai. Oyasumi!
Oyasumi!
Thank you!
Oyasumi!
Thank you, DM!